Hi, this is Cynthia, and you are welcome to I'd like to tell you. We're still in the month of January and we're still trying to start the year strong. And today, I'd like to tell you goals to add to your New Year list. Yes, I'm pretty sure by now you have an idea of the things that you want to achieve this year. Some of you have decided that you just be winging it, and that's fine. But to my girlies and my boys who have decided to set smart goals for themselves this year, I just want to give you a list of ideas or goals that you should have for yourself in the new year. Alright, we'll be kicking off with soul winning. Yes, if you don't already have this in your list of goals, I strongly suggest you should go back to add it. Now, when we say soul winning, what exactly am I talking about? For anyone who is a Christian, you already know what soul winning means. Soul winning in simple terms is recruiting or aiding in the conversion of unbelievers to believers. And why is this important? Well, if you're already a Christian, you know about the love of God, you know about the works of Jesus Christ on the cross and what that has earned us, and of course you know about the Great Commission, which is the last assignment that Jesus gave us just before he ascended. Our work is to go out there into all nations and make disciples of all people. Now, why is it important to be a soul winner? It's easy. Think of all the things or all the benefits that you enjoy as a Christian. I was raised a Christian, but there's a difference between being raised a Christian and growing up to becoming a devoted Christian, like making that decision on your own to say, you know what? I want to get to know this Jesus guy for myself. And ever since I made that decision as an adult, intentionally reading my Bible and praying every day, I have experienced a major shift in my life, mentally, emotionally, physically, in every way. The Word of God will refine you and change you. That change is what I want to see in everybody. I have sat down and thought about it many times, and I know that the world will be an incredibly beautiful place if everyone was a Christian. And even if that is not a scenario that can actually play out, unfortunately, we can at least try to save them from the damnation of hell, because whether anybody believes it or not, God is real, hell is real, and heaven is real. So it's very important to go out there for soul winning, and your goals for soul winning does not have to be street evangelism. Yes, you can pick up your microphone or your megaphone and go out there into the streets and try to win souls, but that's just one way. You can decide to start sharing, having Bible study sessions online, sharing and talking unapologetically about your faith online, intentionally being a good Christian at your place of work, as a way of using your excellence and your good conduct to win souls. So this is just it. Try as much as possible to have soul winning as something that you want to achieve as part of your goals for the new year. And you can take it a step further and have a number. Set an audacious number. You might start with 1 if you've never done this before. Yours might be 10, yours might be 1,000. There is no limit and no number is too small. So yes, that's the very first goal I'd like for you to add to your list. The second is reading. I feel like there has been such a huge decline in reading, and how do I know this? It shows in the quality of conversations we're having out here in public. People are going out of their way to be illiterate. Then you have the messed up job situation all over the world. It feels like everyone is complaining about how few or how little jobs are, and it's completely understandable. So it's kind of making people jaded and they don't see the need to go to school or whatever. But reading is not something you do because you went to school or because you have a degree. You should read just because. Reading will improve your vocabulary. Reading will improve your mind. Reading will take you places you've never been. Reading is one way for you to communicate with the greats, even without seeing them. You should aim to pick up a book daily, at least, even if it's 10 to 20 minutes, and read. Yes. In fact, on my phone, my reading app, my book app, I have a 5 minutes, although that's automatic, but there's a 5 minute reading goal there. Do you see how little that is? Like, you could literally just spend 5 minutes. And the power of having habits like reading, even if for 5 minutes, is that it adds up. The power of habits is in the compounding. So you might say, oh, reading for 5 minutes, what will you do? Well, if you read for 5 minutes every day, daily, there is no way by the end of the year you will not have read at least 2 books. And that's extra education, that's extra enlightenment that you've gotten. And you do not have to restrict yourself to books. You could sign up for interesting Substacks or newsletters from very, very enlightened minds. And by consuming their content, their enlightenment rubs off on you. And before you know it, you're going to see a difference in your overall mentality and outlook. So yeah, if you don't have reading as your goal, you should add it there. Another one is public speaking, or speaking generally. Another goal you should have is speaking. Yes, we should aim to speak correctly. The ability to communicate effectively, clearly, in a way that people understand, sometimes even succinctly. The ability to communicate an idea in a very succinct manner is a skill that will pay off for life. It's going to set you apart wherever you find yourself, at work, in any community, in any gathering. Speaking well will save your life. And I feel like that's a very overlooked skill right now, because if you speak to the average young person now, we have all manner of slangs that we add. There are people who cannot describe a situation or an event or an object without saying it's given. Like, what does it's given mean? This is because they lack adjectives to use. Their vocabulary is very poor, so they resort to slangs, popular slangs, social media slangs, and all of that. You do not want to be that person. We can't all be creators. We can't all be nonchalant. Save those slangs and, strange ways of speaking to your crowd, to your peers, to your informal community. If you do not know how to code switch, and if you don't know how to speak correctly when you need to, if you allow this kind of slangs and idiotic, sometimes some of these slangs are borderline idiotic, if you allow this kind of words seep into your vocabulary, you are going to be very surprised that in a very serious situation, you will be unable to communicate effectively where it matters. So how do you improve your speaking? Well, in case it's not obvious, for me, my podcast is one of the ways I'm improving my speaking. My goal for this year is to completely eliminate filler words. I've been watching some of my videos because I'll also do YouTube. I've been watching some of my videos and I realized that I use so a lot. I use like and those filler words, and of course, see, I even just said it now. So I am trying to eliminate it completely this year. And so one of the ways I'm going to do that is I'm watching videos on communication, and now I'm trying to practice it using my podcast. So, and the idea is to not edit. I'll just flow once. And when I'm listening to it, I'll be looking out for all the times that I use filler words and work towards eliminating it. So you want to do such speaking exercises daily or weekly or monthly. Well, not monthly. Monthly is too far. At least twice a week or once a week. This is how to properly gauge your progress. So look out for what communication goals you want to. Some of you is not filler words. Some of you use you struggle with communicating without getting emotional. Some of you are non-confrontational, even for things that you know you should absolutely speak up about, you do not. So you could set that as a goal and work towards it. Another goal that you can have is writing. Writing is such an amazing skill to have, and you can work towards writing anything. You can start off by writing on X, that's Twitter, formerly Twitter. You can start off by writing on postcards, on your Instagram, on your social media. Have a small newsletter or even a journal and just dump your ideas there. One of the best things that writing will do for you is that it helps you refine your ideas. If you keep things in your head without either saying them or writing them, they are going to remain a muddled mess in your head, and you are going to continue feeling stupid or like you are not articulate. Meanwhile, the problem is that you are not letting those ideas out. So when you read a book, try to summarize it in a page or two. That's how to build your writing skills. You watch a news story online or on television, try to summarize it in maybe a tweet or in a short thread. Just use everything as a way of building up your writing skills. One of the skills I want to learn this year is on AI ethics. And every week I have these notes that I put out where I just summarize everything I learned that week and push it out there. That is me also working on my writing skills. So yes, writing is absolutely a skill that you should incorporate in your goals for the new year. Another one is learning things outside of your field. Let me use a customer service representative as an instance. You are a customer service rep. Your job from morning to night is pacifying angry customers. Don't let that stop you from learning. You can look at things like AI, for instance, learn about it. You can choose to learn about the history of golf. You can choose to learn something about management. You can choose to learn robotics. There is no law on earth that says that because maybe your work is specialized, your brain also has to be specialized. No, you can learn about anything. And we live in a world of, what's the word now? Democratized learning. So you can use AI tools, you can use Google, there are free courses, YouTube that you can use to learn. So do not aim to be a well-rounded person. At least I grew up hearing well-rounded a lot, so I know what it means. My parents did not believe that you should just be one thing or you should just focus on one thing. We had to know a little about everything. And I guess now that's why I'm a generalist, because I can't seem to focus on one thing. So, but I highly recommend it because you're going to stand out. You are going to be an interesting person. You're going to be having the coolest conversations because you can jump from one topic to the other without sounding or looking stupid. So learn, and learn. And the final thing I want to suggest you add to your goals this year is getting rejected. Some of you must have seen or heard about the rejection therapy, where you deliberately put yourself in situations to be rejected. Yes, I highly recommend this. Go out there and get rejected. Apply for things. Punch above your weight. I know you probably already are job hunting and you're saying, how else can I be rejected? Knowing fully well that I'm already getting job rejections. Now I want you to punch above your weight. That's the idea behind this rejection therapy that I'm suggesting to you. Punch above your weight. You are, let's say, a customer service rep. Feel free to apply for the position of CEO at a company if you want. And in doing this, I do not want you to just apply for the sake of getting those rejections. I want you to actually put a bit of effort there. Like, sell yourself. Actively sell yourself, because I'm also doing this. And that is why I'm telling you, sell yourself. Project as if you are the man for the job and let the person at the other side do the rejecting. Now, what this will teach you, of course, is confidence. You do not get to consistently pitch yourself in a certain way without having a moment or two where you realize, oh wow, I can actually do this thing. Oh wow, I'm not as useless as I thought, and then it is not possible for you to apply for 1,000 things and not get at least one feedback. It is highly impossible. No, I'm not talking about job. In this case, like I said, it's 1,000 applications. So I'm talking fellowships, residencies, school, whatever it is, just apply. So yeah, these are the things that I want you to add to your New Year goals, and I hope you knock it out the park. I'll see you in my next episode. Till then, stay refreshed.